Stereotype. Transitive verb, stereotype. A simple definition of stereotype. An unfair and untrue belief that all people or things with a particular characteristic are the same. Anytime you make judgments about groups, individuals, or things, and make a judgment without knowing them, you are stereotyping. Here are a few simple and common stereotypical beliefs in North America. All policemen buy donuts and coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. All men are strong and do all the work. All politicians are philanderers. All those who spend a lot of time in front of computers reading or studying are geeks. All teenagers are rebellious. All pit bulls are dangerous. The destructive aspect of stereotyping is that it closes the mind before it can listen to the rest of the story. The word all has the power to cast a shadow of a mouse on a wall and enlarge it until it appears to be a monster. This is what the media did to the American Pitbull Terrier, and once they were able to accomplish this feat, they built the monster into a myth. Here are the most common monster myths. Number 1, all pit bulls are mean and vicious. The truth. It is reported on temperament tests conducted by the American Temperament Society that pit bulls have a passing rate of 82% or better as compared to only 77% of the general dog population. Number 2, pit bulls have been bred to be fighters. They are as vicious as sharks. The truth is that 80% of pit bulls, even those raised in a professional fighting operation, won't even scratch, let alone cross the line and engage. In a fight, there are usually 3 or 4 handlers in the pit with the dogs. A dog that does not conform to the training of being people-friendly is usually put down, and at best never fights again. Number 3, pit bulls have 1600 psi in jaw pressure and their jaws lock in battle. The truth. There are no published scientific studies that show meaningful comparisons of the biting power of various breeds. All such figures and estimates can be traced back to unfounded rumors or media frenzy. X-rays of the pit bull skull, mandible, and teeth show that in proportion to their size, structure, and morphology, they are no different than those of any breed of dog. There is absolutely no evidence for the existence of any locking mechanism. Their tendency to not back out of a fight is a personality trait. It is said that the American Pit Bull is a dog of extremes. It is extremely determined, extremely powerful, and extremely loyal. Let's take a deeper look into the rest of the story. In the 19th century, the bloodhound filled the news columns. Since many of them were trained to track escaped prisoners and slaves, guard stores and homes, aggression and territorialism were encouraged. In 1910, the German Shepherd relieved the hound. In 1910, they were banned in Queens, New York. Australia banned them in 1929. In 1950, the Doberman/Nazi dog hit the most wanted list. The Rottweiler, Mastiffs, and Chow Chows were also attacked. And then in the mid-1970s, reporters began writing about the world of dogfighting. By the 1980s, the pit bull's reputation made it the dog of choice for the emerging drug and hip-hop culture. The breed fell into the hands of street gangs and thieves who bred them to be intimidators. They bred them with other aggressive mutts to kill other gang mutts, and eventually they were bred to kill people. The genocide of our American pit bull hero began in 1989. Between 1989 and 2009, an estimated 3,497 lives were sacrificed in Colorado alone. They thought the truth could be buried. They were wrong. Sometimes miracles grow out of the seeds of adversity. In 2007, NFL's prize player Michael Vick of the Atlanta Falcons and his cohorts were found guilty of bankrolling a dogfight conspiracy. Charges of animal cruelty were dropped in a plea bargain. 51 dogs were rescued from his compound. Many more were found buried after dying unspeakable deaths. Michael Vick suffered approximately $142 million in monetary losses and served 18 out of 23 months in a federal penitentiary. Despite efforts from PETA and the Humane Society to euthanize the dogs, all but 3 of the abused pit bulls recovered either in sanctuary, foster care, or were adopted. 2 of the dogs became celebrities. Johnny Justice became a therapy dog who helps children with reading difficulties. In 2014, he was the ASPCA's Dog of the Year. Cherry Garcia travels as a spokes dog. If Michael Vick had not been a rising star, these amazing animals would have continued to be brutalized, exploited, and killed. There was a light at the end of the tunnel for the man and the dog. After Vick's release, he was welcomed back onto the football field by both the Jets and the Steelers, and the pit bull was no longer seen as a killer, but as a victim. The cause of the pit bull is not over yet. Many cities in the U.S. still have specific breed legislation laws that prohibit the breed from residing in them. In Colorado, 7 cities still enforce the ban. These cities are Denver, Aurora, Castle Rock, Commerce City, Fort Lupton, Lone Tree, and Louisville. An interesting note on this subject is that since the ban was enacted in 1989, there has never been an audit or a study of its effectiveness. There is not a standing commission to regulate or monitor procedure. Even Barack Obama admits that the BSL legislation is expensive to enforce, terrible for families and pets, and provides no public safety benefits. These are just a few reasons for rethinking a pit bull as a family companion. Number 1, over 100,000 of these courageous dogs have fought beside our warriors faithfully on the battlefield. They are enlisted to serve law enforcement. 2, their coats are low maintenance and they are an extremely healthy breed. They are not prone to inheritable health problems and usually only need annual checkups. 3, it has been distinguished as a movie star. They are known to be little clowns. 4, while they are well known as the nanny dog, they are reserved enough for the elderly. They can serve as therapy dogs. 5, it is athletic and extremely intelligent and highly trainable. 6, an excellent companion, this dog travels well and can easily adapt to different living conditions. Its striking appearance and protective nature make it a wonderful crime deterrent. 7, a well-trained and socialized American Pit Bull Terrier can learn to live peacefully with other animals. On Saturday, October 22nd, 2016, I had the great pleasure of spending the day with over 200 pit bulls and their families as they celebrated Littleton, Colorado's 6th annual National Pit Bull Awareness Day Parade and celebration. To my absolute delight, I met pet parents Corey and Taylor Winters and their precious Nala. Corey had devised a brace that enabled Nala to carry their GoPro on her back. Nala captured the day from her puppy point of view. Her pooch-proof story is very convincing, and if you still have doubts about the breed after you see her film, well then, we will feel very, very sorry for you. I leave the rest of you with a smile you won't forget.
bridges, and tomorrow's sun new buildings scrape the sky. I love this country dearly, I can feel the ladder clearly, but I never thought I'd be alone to try. Once I was outside Penn Station selling red and white carnations. We were still alone, my wife and I. Before we met, we saved my money, brought my dear wife over. Now I work to bring my family stateside. But off the boat they stayed a while, then scattered across the coast. Once a year I'll see them for a week or so at most. I should go walk, take a 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 walk. Practice isn't perfect, but the market cuts a loss. I remind myself.